All right, hello everyone. My name is Rehan, and today I'm joined with Kabdu. And Kabdu, today we're going to do an interview about your business. Can you tell us about your business?
So basically, my business is called HerbalDeNatura. So what we do is we basically produce herbal beverage. So there's two categories in my business for the herbal beverage. The first one is called herbal drink, or in Indonesian you might know it as jamu. We have one variant, it's called jamu kayu manis, and the other is herbal tea. Currently, we have 4 to 5 variants. The first one is called butterfly tea. The other one is called rosella tea, sparkling lemon tea, and just a regular honey lemon tea.
What is your business goal? What's your goal when running this business?
The main goal for my business is we want to show to the world that herbal drinks can also be delicious. We want to become the bridge, the connected point to people that doesn't like herbal drinks to the herbal world. So we want to create that platform, that bridge to send those people there, to show them that herbal drink can be delicious also and can be refreshing.
Okay, so if we look at it a year from now, what do you want your business to be like?
1 year from now, my view is that I can send my products to, I don't know, to maybe like local stores, so we can do like distribution, and maybe hopefully we can sold it online. But so selling it online like in Shopee or Gojek, that can be a challenge for us because my product doesn't use any added preservatives. So it only lasts 3 days, at most 7 days if you keep it cool in refrigerator.
So, what inspired you to pursue a career in the herbal drink industry?
It's similar to the value, my goals in earlier, that I want to create that bridge. Because when I first drank herbal tea, I found it to be delicious, and surprisingly, not many people like herbal drink, not because they haven't tasted, but because just the name herbal means it tastes bad. It doesn't taste good. It's bitter. Doesn't have any taste. It's similar to medicine, and not many people like medicine. So, yeah.
So, can you please share with us a successful product launch experience in your career?
Successful product launch. I think. Oh yeah, right. Last semester, at the end of last semester, during my EI lesson, we have to create a new product from our innovation. I actually launched 3 new products. One is coconut water, one is lemon honey, and the other one is sparkling lemon. And we sold these 3 beverage during under the hot sun. So we took advantage of that. We used the hot sun by bringing out our cold beverage to people that are thirsty, because cold drinks in a hot weather is a good match.
True. So, how do you stay updated on the industry trends and innovations in herbal drink?
How do I keep my business going or running for not falling away from trends is usually we look at competitors, not just in uni competitors, but also in outside competitors. You know, like those big beverage brand, like maybe like Coca-Cola, Sprite. We look at those innovation at the maybe like bottle model or the color, because my business basically we use color a lot to attract people. Just because nowadays people like to post everything in social media, so we want to make our drink as colorful as possible to attract them.
Can you describe a challenging situation in your career and how you overcame that situation?
One of the most hard challenges that we face is actually is launching a new product. But usually we launch our new product in bazaar, but one of the determining factors is that if the weather is not good, then that can be a disaster for us, because if we sell cold drinks, but the weather is cold, like it's raining heavily. It doesn't match with our drinks, because cold weather with cold drinks equals sickness. You get flu. That's one of the most challenging things for us because we depend on the weather if we sold it outside. Otherwise, we just sold it online.
So, what do you believe that sets your approach to herbal drink management apart from others?
So basically, like what makes us different, is it?
Yes.
Based on my experience or what I see in campus, like we have competitors, but they mainly sold herbal drinks that are really, really herbal, like bitter herbal. You want to make it lighter. You want to make it just so everyone, like even people that doesn't like herbal drinks, can taste and enjoy.
So, how do you balance innovation with tradition in the herbal drink industry?
Actually, I just make something new or create something new, innovate from it. Like for example, the name of the product to make it more appealing, the color, the packaging, the shape of the bottle. But we also don't want to change the main ingredient for the drink because we have to respect the tradition we took it from by not changing the base material, but we could add something new that doesn't offend the tradition.
So, can you provide an example of a time when you had to make a tough decision as a team leader?
I wouldn't say tough decision, I would just say challenging decision,
Okay.
challenging moments. At that time, we were supposed to open our stall, our bazaar, at 9 in the morning, but we have a serious challenge because at that time in the morning, my COO, which manages production of our drinks, is actually sick, and the night before he didn't make it. So I have to make a decision last minute to wake up early and create our products at 6, 7, and we barely makes it into the bazaar.
Okay. So, how do you see the future of herbal drinks in the beverage industry?
Herbal drinks in the beverage industry has a lot of potential, I would say, because first, it connects you to health. Herbal drinks equal health or medicine, and people that even though doesn't like cold beverage, they can be attracted to herbal drinks by the term medicine is healthy. And in this modern world, people are just like, I would say, health freak. They would do anything to, I don't know, reduce their body weight, for diet, to, I don't know, for their reputation, because you don't want to be known by the public that you're a non-healthy drinker, or like you like to drink sodas a lot, fizzy drinks, sugar drinks a lot. And by drinking herbal drinks, it would give them the illusion to make them look healthy.
Okay, Kak Abdul, for the marketing pillar, can you describe your approach to conducting market research for herbal drink products, for your products?
Okay, for herbal drinks product, usually we do our analysis, our research by looking at our competitors. Not local competitors, but big brands competitors. For example, in Indonesia, you have Rejuve. We take a look from them, like what do they do, and how can we implement new things from them to us that benefit us. Basically, that is.
Oh, that's it. So you take a look on what they do and
Yes,
you.
because they're herbal drinks too.
Okay. Next is, what methods would you use to segment the target market for herbal drinks for your?
The method I use is, of course, we give product tasting. We do product tasting. We give testers to outside people, and which group of people likes it more, like they're teenagers or older people or people our ages. And by doing those product testing, we find out that younger people actually likes our product more, because the old people tend to like herbal drinks that are bitter, like herbal drink.
Okay. Could you specify the age of them?
It is 17 to 25.
Okay. Last question. Explain your experience in branding and positioning herbal drink products.
Branding a herbal drink product is we actually have to learn and have the knowledge of what our herbal product do. We cannot just say that this product is healthy because A, B, C. We must know specifically what this herbal product is for and what is healthy for, and what kind of people cannot consume this drink. Because one of my product, the butterfly tea, is actually some people are allergic to this flower, so we must know what the benefit of this flower and what kind of people cannot consume it.
Okay.
All right, Kak Abdu. Now we're going to talk about the operational aspect of this presentation. Hereby, there's 3 questions that I want to ask.
Okay.
First of all is, would you care and mind to explain about your approach to ensure the quality and safety of your production process? So how do you ensure
The approach
quality?
is that at first, before we do a production, we would create what's called an SOP, standard of procedure. And we must strictly follow this SOP, because if we don't follow this SOP, then the effectiveness and the quality of our products can be lesser. And our products can taste bad, for example. So basically we have to create an SOP, and we have to strictly follow the SOP. And we have to routinely regulate our SOP, like how we create our products. We have to wear gloves. We have to search better material, better ingredients, so that our product would taste better and would keep up to standard.
I see. Now, moving on to the next question, how do you plan to scale up your production to meet your increased demand for your herbal drinks?
Can you repeat the question?
So, in simple terms, how would you plan in the future to scale up your production? To scale up your production if in case there's an increase in your demand for your product?
Oh, okay. So basically, increasing our production level is not really considered a challenge for us, because when we produce a new product, we create our product. It's actually we create not just per bottle, but we create a whole batch of them. We mass produce our product, so that we wouldn't waste on anything. For example, our electricity, our gas for the stove, our water, so we can fully utilize and maximize all the resources that we have.
Thank you very much, Kak Abdu, for answering the previous question. Now, moving on to the last question, what steps do you take to ensure the sustainability and environmentally to ensure a more responsible operation?
Okay, at first, so we have to fully utilize and maximize our resources, so we doesn't waste anything. Like every bit of flour, every drop of water, we have to maximize our usage of our resources. And for the waste, we have to make sure that when we create a whole batch, we doesn't waste any waste of water, so we doesn't throw it away. So, but actually, when we throw it away, we pour it on like trees and other flowers. We doesn't just splash it on the road or in the sewer, in the drainage, because we fear that might cause a blockage in the sewer. Basically, that's it.
All right, thank you very much, Kak Abdu. And right now, we're going to move on to the financial aspect, which is going to be dig more by our friend JJ.
Okay, Kak Abdu, moving on to the financial pillar, I would like to ask 3 questions. First is, how would you create and manage a budget for a herbal drink business, considering various cost factors?
We usually manage it by creating at certain ingredients, because certain ingredients in the market, their prices can change. For example, sugar. the price of sugar can rise or it falls, can increase, can decrease. Not just sugar, but like flowers. The market changes their price depending on the demand of the consumer.
Okay. Second question is, how do you identify cost-saving opportunities and strategies in the production of herbal drinks?
Can you repeat the question, please?
How do you identify cost-saving opportunities and strategies when producing herbal drinks?
We save our costs and lesser our costs by, like earlier I stated, that we have to maximize our usage and make less waste so we can fully create a product with a lesser cost. So because if we waste so much ingredients, that means we have to buy more ingredients in the future to create future products, which can take up more cost for us.
Okay. On to the final question. What is your approach to pricing and profitability for herbal drink products?
Profit and pricing.
Yeah, approach.
So for our cost, usually we just accumulate all the ingredients and divide it. For example, if we use water by mass, for example, if we boil one batch, usually we can create up to 4 to 5 bottles of product. So we basically just took the price of that bill and divided by 4 or 5, depending on the bottle. And for the profit, we also like to take profit, of course. We love money.
Yeah.
But we want to make it, I don't know, we want to make it make sense also. Like, for example, our income per bottle, the cost for per bottle is 6,800 rupiah, but we sold our products for 15,000 rupiah. So we can take up to 7,000 ish profit from per bottle.
That's it for the financial pillar. Now we'll be moving on to human resources. Thank
Okay.
you very much.
Sure.
So, Abdu, I'd like to ask you, how would you describe your approach to building and leading a diverse and effective team in the herbal drink industry?
First of all, when I met my teams, we would just brainstorm our own resources. For example, my friend Richard, his parents work in the pharmaceutical company, like those kind of industry, and he has the resource of bottles. So in that case, he would become our COO because he can create a product from scratch and he can also supply the bottle. So we could lessen our costs, no more waste, so we can get free bottles, sometimes free, but sometimes we just pay for them because even though he doesn't want it, he doesn't want us to pay for those bottles, but we have morals. So we technically just take our own resources from each individual and we use all those resources and create this team for COO, CFO, CMO, and CEO.
And can you provide examples of strategies that you've used to improve your employee, well, in this case, team engagement and retention?
So basically to improve them, is it?
Yeah, to improve.
To improve them, I usually motivate them by challenging them during a bazaar, to join a bazaar and to give them a certain target, a limit. For example, like one day I challenge them if they can sold over 50 products, I would take them to dinner, like all of our team, that I would pay for it. Something like that. I give them challenges and they love challenges.
And lastly, I'd like to ask you, how do you address conflicts and promote a positive workplace culture within your team?
Naturally, conflict always happens everywhere, even outside or inside our campus life, in business, in companies, even in families. I usually just take both parties that have conflict. I just ask them what seems to be the problem, and instead of arguing, we just search for the solution. Because if they have conflict, then the whole team will start. We can sell our products, we can get profit, we can get brand recognition, we can be famous, we can be rich, we can basically that's it.
Right.
Everything falls apart.
Everything falls apart.
Yes, correct.
All right. I think that's it for today's questions. Thank you so much, Ka Abdu, for accompanying us on this interview. And yes, thank you again.